Hey guys, in this video, what personal development area should I focus on? Right? So this is a question I have for myself. I'm assuming many of you, especially if you're just starting out, may have that same question. So what I'm going to do today is basically give you an over-the-shoulder look at some of the tools I'm going to use to answer that question for myself. So let's just jump right into it. Hey guys, so in yesterday's video, I shared with you two resources that I basically started at the same time, and they were the first step, basically, the first steps I took on my personal development journey. I had encouraged you to go ahead and check those out, hoping that they would help you as well. I will go ahead and, if I can figure out how to do it, we'll link to it somewhere in this area. But basically, just a quick recap is I shared two resources, The Miracle Morning book by Hal Elrod, and I shared that I'm a member of Growthday. It's a personal development app. So in this video, what I'm just basically looking to do is build off of what we spoke about yesterday, because what's happening to me is, and it may happen to you as well, is okay, cool. You made the first step. You're starting to basically get the cobwebs off, basically, and now you're starting a morning routine. It's not going great, but you're putting in the reps, you're trying, and it's you're making progress, which is definitely the most important thing, right? Maybe you've already joined Growth Day as well. That's awesome. What I found is, even though I read that book, even though I joined Growth Day, I still had that overwhelm, right? And the reason I had that overwhelm is I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and log into my Growth Day account and show you. There's a lot of information. I spoke about this yesterday as well. It's almost like it's too much. I'm not complaining because it's, I pay for it and it's a good value. And I'm really happy that Brendan Burchard had built that Growth Day app out. So anyway, when I first logged in, I'm like, I was just overwhelmed by all the courses and all the information. So, and then I basically, now the second question, or the question I have for myself is, all right, I took the first step, I committed to a book or program, but now what? Like, what areas do I focus on? For me, right off the bat, I know I need to lose weight, and I need energy. Like, I can maybe start the day off okay, but I know I start to get a little tired as the day goes on. Probably, maybe my sleep. I need to work on sleep. I need to eat better for sure. I need to start exercising. So I know exercise is going to be a big part of my personal development journey. But there are other things I know I want to work on. Time management. I want to keep working on my morning routine, habits, mindset, resilience. There are so many areas. So what do we work on? What personal development area do we work on? So let me go ahead and log into my Growth Day app and show you some of the tools I'm going to use to answer this question for myself. All right, let's go. Okay, cool. We are in. So how do we know what personal development area to focus on? So I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the tools that I'm going to use basically to answer that question for myself. Now, before I do that, I'm just going to use a little bit of common sense. I need to lose weight. Pretty obvious, right? Every time I look in the mirror, it's pretty obvious I need to lose weight, right? So that's going to be a big part of it for me. I struggle with time management, right? So I've been better. In the previous videos, I spoke about how my morning routines got a lot better. Awesome. Great. That's kind of like the foundation now. However, as the day starts, right, after my morning routine, I have to eventually start working, right? My day job. As the day goes on, I struggle with the managing time, right? So the day takes over and start becoming very reactionary. So I know weight, health, those are going to be big, and time management is definitely going to be big, right? Productivity, setting goals. So there are tons of areas within personal development that I know I need to focus on without anybody telling me anything. I just know that. So how do I know which one to focus on first, right? And how to tackle that? So I'm going to share with you. So now that I'm in the Growth Day app, so this is Brendan Burchard's Growth Day app. It's a personal development app, really robust system for basically personal development. It's really awesome. I've really enjoyed it so much that I kind of motivated me to actually start the channel. Like, I wanted to start a channel like this. I've spoke about that in the past, but the app kind of put me over the edge and said, you know what, I'm going to actually go through this and share my journey. And that's what the vlog is supposed to be. This vlog is me showing you that, hey, I don't have all the answers yet. I'm going to basically go through it, show you the ups and downs, what I'm struggling with, what's working, with the hopes that you and I can both learn from it. So we're in the app. So the first thing, I just look to my right, looking at my notes here. Okay, so the first thing I do pretty early in the day is, let's say, like, I'll get up, maybe I'll go for a walk, while I'm walking, I try to listen to something positive, and that's usually this. It's hopefully you can see my mouse here to the right. It's the Daily Fire. So this is like I said, on average, a 10 to 20 minute audio that he puts out every day, right? So I'll see if I'm going to click on. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear it or not.
Happy Friday, Striver. I hope you've had an incredible week. You feel like you got some momentum beneath those wings. You've been putting yourself out there.
So I'm not sure if you heard that or not. It was just basically, I just want to see if you could. Anyway, I'll listen to that. Sometimes as I'm listening to that, I'll hit the journal, right? The journal here, I'll just show you real quick. There's actually prompts, right? So if I click on morning mindset, I'll get a bunch of prompts that'll help me basically journal. And the reason why that's important is, let me see if I can clear it. Perfect. The reason why that's important is that for me, when I started journaling, I had no idea what to even write about. And I told you that already, right? But the journal, listen to the Daily Fire and the journal kind of helps me come up with topics for the channel, but it also helps me focus on what areas I need to work on. So I may hear something in that Daily Fire and I may write something in here, say, hey, you know what? He mentioned time management, or he mentioned how to start a goal, or he mentioned the specific course. So I'll go ahead and annotate that here. And that also helps me determine what areas I should focus on, right? So that's that. This is a big one. Life scores, right? So you can come in here and score your daily habits, weekly review, monthly whole life. So let's say, for example, I'm going to do this really quickly in front of you. So daily habits, this is really a cool feature, and this will also help you. So clarity, right? So I knew my why and lived intentionally today. So I'm going to score this really quick. So I'm going to score yesterday. So I knew my why and lived intentionally today. So yesterday I felt was pretty good. So I'll give it a 3. Energy was so. 2. Necessity, I made success a must, right? So yesterday I recorded a video and I spent a lot of time. Basically, I have courses on YouTube, right? So I studied YouTube courses. I studied some personal development. So I'll give that a 3. Productivity was pretty good. I'll give that a 3. Influence, I guided or treated others well today. So this is for yesterday. So yesterday I created a YouTube video. So I like to think I did treat others well, right? I served, right? So I'm going to give myself a 3. Courage, for me, it's not a big deal putting these videos out. I'm not, a lot of people are intimidated by it, and I am as well, but not as much as maybe say others. So for me, I think courage is pretty good. Yesterday, I put myself out there with that first vlog. I think that was pretty courageous. I'll give myself a 3. Movement, didn't work out yesterday, so I'm gonna give myself a 1. Mood, I felt good yesterday. I'll give myself a 3. Sleep, I didn't sleep that great. I'm gonna give myself a 2. And yesterday, unfortunately, I didn't eat that great, so I'm gonna give myself a 1. I did that pretty quickly. I could have spent a little more time thinking about it. So what this is, and I'm going to show you something really, really cool. I scored this, right? So now I'm going to scroll down, and the software is actually going to give me 2 videos, right, that it suggests to me based on my scores. So I can stop here right now and watch this. Watch if you're putting your dreams on hold, rejuvenate your mental health. So I could click on those to kind of maybe basically motivate me or guide me as to how I can basically improve these scores. So that's a really cool feature of this app, and I wanted to share that with you this morning. So that's another way you can determine what area of personal development to focus on. There's a planning app. I'm not going to go too much in here. This is actually in future videos. I'm going to actually walk you through this. I'm going to set a goal for myself and all the action plans and set reminders and actually test this out and see how it works. So this I'm actually pretty excited to show you. So what else am I going to do? I'm going to take these challenges. They have, let's see here, they have 5 challenges currently, right? 5-day transformation challenge, the high 5 challenge, identity shift challenge, clarity challenge, and I think confidence challenge. Okay. So they have these challenges, right? So you could go through them. They're videos, they're prompts, and these challenges will help you also determine what areas of personal development to focus on. So that's really important. That's a really cool way to do that. In addition to that, there are underneath the Learn tab. This is pretty cool. So the first course they encourage you to take is this high performance habit builder. Okay, I actually may create videos documenting myself go through that course and rewatch it. But anyway, courses. I'm going to scroll down here, and if you look at all the course titles. I'm not going to go through each one. Winning the Year, Overcoming Stress and Overwhelm, Parenting Masterclass, right? Winning the Year. I just read that one. reignite your life, leadership, parenting, finding purpose. That's probably a good one, right? If you're in the beginning stages of your personal development journey, this might be a good one to watch, right? What else we got here? Productivity for me, starting a movement, leadership, self-mastery, tons and tons. Time management, we spoke about that, right? Relaxing. So there's tons of stuff. I'm not going to, like I said, go through each of them, but look at all the courses you have access to. And some of these courses are really, they're hours long, 15 lessons, 19 lessons, 11 lessons. So just wanted to give you a quick sneak peek. And look, there's still tons of them. And they're adding to this all the time, right? On Mondays is a cool feature. It's called Monday Motivation, I believe, with Ed Milet, which is another really cool part of this app. And I enjoy that as well. So just looking at my notes here. So high performance habits. So another thing is if you don't want to join the Growthday app, for example, he has a book titled High Performance Habits as well. So I'm going to go ahead and link to that in the description. So it's basically this course, but in a book format. So that might be a good way to kind of familiarizing yourself with these high performance habits if you don't want to actually join Growthday. But I do encourage you to at least click on the link, read the description, find out what it's about. I just gave you a quick snapshot focusing on how I'm going to determine what personal areas to focus on. So I challenge you to do the same, right? Think about, do some self-reflecting and think about what areas you think you need to work on. That's what I'm going to use. There's also within the Miracle Morning book, there's also, I believe, a way to score what areas to focus on. It's in the resources. So let's say you purchase the book, they'll give you a link, and it'll be within those resources. There'll be like, I don't know, 10 or 12 areas within personal development, and it's sort of similar to those life scores. It'll kind of walk you through or guide you through how to score the different areas of your life and what areas to focus on. So that's another reason why I recommend the Miracle Morning. So I hope that helped you basically start thinking about what areas that you can focus on. My guess is you probably already know, and this is just going to enhance that, right? These tools that I just shared with you, like the life scores, some of the tools within here, the planning tool. So hopefully that will help you. And then not only that, let's say you determine what areas that you do want to work on, right? You have all these courses. I'll click back on them again. You have all these courses to basically do a deep dive. So for me, for example, there was time management course in here, I believe somewhere, maybe this one here, Secrets to Time Management Masterclass. So that might be one of the first ones I watch, one of the next ones I watch, because I know time management is really important. The morning routines and the time management, once we have that kind of, once we master that, or at least get really good at it, then we could start basically, adding things to our schedule. Like say, for example, you want to read more, right? Or you want to do work on you want to work on your degree or whatever it is. Once we learn the time management skills, you can actually figure out where your goals fit in your schedule. Okay, guys, I hope you found that helpful. Those are some of the tools I'm going to use to determine what area of personal development I should focus on. I will go ahead and let you go, and I will see you in the next video.